So UFC 321 was pretty awesome, but ended in the worst way possible. Tom Aspinall had his eyes gouged out by Ciryl Gane. And there's a lot of narratives coming out of this fight, but if you believe that Tom Aspinall quit and gave up in that fight, you're just an idiot. Now, there's two sides to this conversation. There's the one side where you have Aspinall being supported, saying, listen, his eyes were completely gouged out. This is one of the worst pokes we've ever seen in UFC history. We understand why he didn't want to carry on. And then there's the other side, the Jon Jones Glazers and the Jon Jones meat rioters particularly, saying Tom gave up, he quit on the stool, and he was losing that fight anyways, so that's why he took the easy way out. Now, let's start with the fight itself. I mean, Ciryl Gane was getting the better of Tom in the early exchanges. He was landing a lot more. He made Tom bleed, and that's what made people think that Ciryl was going to run away with this fight. And as Tom Aspinall has said himself, this is heavyweight MMA. Anything can happen at any given moment. Any shot can land and completely change the fight. So for people to run with this narrative that Ciryl Gane was going to win this fight no matter what happened is just absolutely crazy. It just goes to show how amazing Tom Aspinall has been in his career, that when there's a little bit of blood in his fight, you start questioning if he's going to win or not, which is another ridiculous narrative. I mean, just because he was bleeding, he was going to lose. I mean, come on. This is MMA. People bleed literally all the time and still go on to win fights. It's honestly one of the stupidest parts to all of this. And then there's the people saying that he quit and that most fighters carry on when they get eye pokes. We've seen it happen before. Yeah, that's true, but we've also seen fights stopped because of eye pokes. And this one was particularly bad. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you just have to look at the replay. The UFC showed the up-close replay of what happened. You can see both fingers go deep into Tom's eyes. Like, it's right there to be seen. It's just a stupid narrative to run with. And then there's the completely other side of the coin. There's the Jon Jones narrative. There's the people, the Jon Jones defenders saying, well, wow, you guys really thought Tom would beat Jon? Look what just happened when he fought Ciryl. There's a lot of things that go with that. Starting off, number one, Ciryl Gane fought Jon Jones over 2 years ago. A lot can change in that period. Yeah, people are going to say, oh, it's only been 2 years. But, I mean, it's been a pretty long time. And you'd think after getting absolutely destroyed by Jon Jones in the grappling, Ciryl Gane would have made some adjustments. He would have gotten a little bit better. Why do people completely ignore the fact that a fighter can get better over their career? Which is definitely something that's happened here. What I'm trying to say is that Jon Jones fought a different Ciryl Gane than Tom Aspinall did. Let's not to mention the fact that Jon didn't even try striking with Ciryl. Tom stood on the feet with Ciryl Gane. His intention was to knock him out. That was his goal. His goal wasn't to take him down instantly and try and sub him. It's probably what he should do, like I mentioned in my breakdown, but it's not what he did. So to say that, oh, look how much easier of a time Jon Jones had with Ciryl than Tom did, well, yeah, I mean, he took him down and choked him out instantly. He didn't give it a chance at all on the feet like Tom did. You really don't think if Tom came out aggressively trying to wrestle throughout the entire 5 minutes of that first round, he wouldn't have been able to get a sub off at some point? Like, come on. And the biggest problem with the results on Saturday is the narratives like this that come out of it. The people saying that Tom wouldn't be able to light a candle to Jon and that he would stand no chance with him. And that argument is ridiculous, and it's frustrating because now you can't really say anything. Obviously, these guys are going to get rebooked. Obviously, we're going to see this fight happen again. And I'm still going to back Tom Aspinall to win because he was going to win that fight. Yeah, Ciryl looked good. Yeah, he was winning, quote unquote, in the beginning of that first round. But as that first round went on, you saw Tom get into the fight more. He was landing more shots. He landed a clean right hand on Ciryl and followed up with a left hook that did not land. A lot of people aren't talking about that moment. If that happens and that lands, this fight's probably over and we're having a completely different conversation. But it didn't, and this is what's happened now. And honestly, it's annoying. It's frustrating. I feel so bad for Tom Aspinall. This dude is probably one of the most unlucky fighters ever. I mean, of course, he tore his ACL against Curtis Blades when he was going for the title, had to take a year off, came back, beat Sergey Pavlovich, became the interim UFC heavyweight champion, had to hold that title for over a year because Jon Jones wasn't fight him and was too scared to fight him. So now he has this happen to him. Some bullshit scenario where he should have had a nice title defense and he gets poked in the eye and it completely ruins everything. But when you take Ciryl Gane down, it's a completely different fight and it's a completely different fighter that you're dealing with. So I expect Tom to do that in the next fight, not waste any time on the feet, not dance around. Yeah, Tom had his moments. Yeah, he could probably still knock Ciryl out, but don't take that risk. Go for the takedown, submit him, and then you'll have nobody jump on your back after that. Was Ciryl headed towards victory? Maybe, but like Tom said, like I mentioned before, it's heavyweight MMA. Anything can happen at any given moment. So for you to sit there and be so confident and say that Ciryl Gane will automatically beat Tom Aspinall because he was having the upper hand on him in 2 minutes of a first round is absolutely ridiculous. I guess I should probably talk about some of the other shit that happened on this card. Mackenzie Dern won the title. I mean, nobody really cares. She's hot. Good for her. Congrats. I guess it's better than having to look at her on a poster than Verna Jandiroba, so we'll take the W's that we can get. Umar versus Mario Bautista was a pretty interesting fight as well. A lot of back and forth. Umar was tested a lot in that fight, but it pretty much went how I expected it to. Umar was just slightly ahead, slightly better. Mario didn't necessarily fight bad. He didn't look bad. It's just there's levels sometimes, and Umar was a step above. And then lastly, quickly on the Alexander Volkov-Jailton Almeida fight, I mean, that had to have brought a smile to a lot of people's faces. Jailton Almeida, I mean, it's pathetic from him, honestly. A guy like that with a frame like that in the heavyweight division should be absolutely bulldozing people, and he just doesn't do that. He's a lay-and-pray fighter. I'm happy he lost. He deserved to lose that because Volkov, at the end of the day, still had the more damaging strikes. Yeah, he wasn't laying on Almeida for 10 minutes, but he was doing a hell of a lot more with much less control. So Volkov deserved to win that fight, and I'm happy he got the win. But let me know what you guys think on the whole Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane eye poke situation. There's a lot of controversy on the internet that I've seen about it, so let me know what your stance is in the comments. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to check out other videos on the channel. We're constantly posting. We have a bit of a break until the next big pay-per-view, but there's still some mediocre fight nights that we can cover. If you guys enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Helps me out a ton. Helps us push the videos to more people. So please, if you don't mind, drop a like. Thank you all once again. I'll catch you in the next one.